Welcome back. Today's book is about a real person. A little girl from Arkansas with music in her bones who played a big guitar and had a big voice in her soul, became a gospel singer, and grew into a rock and roll trailblazer in a time when women were rarely seen rocking out. Let's read and hear about her life. Rock, Rosetta, rock. Roll, Rosetta, roll. Written by Tonya Bolden. Illustrations by R. Gregory Christie. Tonya Bolden is an American writer best known for her works of children's literature, especially children's nonfiction about Black history. As a child, she was pointedly uninterested in history, especially in history learned through books. It was usually presented in such an uninteresting way, she recalls. I didn't see myself or my people in history. She started out with a plan to pursue a PhD and become a professor of Russian literature. But while completing her master's degree at Columbia University, she started to write about Black history. Gregory is an American illustrator of more than 60 books. Born and raised in New Jersey, he attended New York City School of Visual Arts. During that time, he worked at the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum bookshop in Manhattan, and again after its renovation as a security guard. During his time on the night shift, it took him 6 months to complete what would become his debut picture book. Since then, in 2017, he won a Caldecott Honor Medal for his illustrations for Freedom in Congo Square. He currently lives and paints in Atlanta, Georgia. Rock, Rosetta, rock. Roll, Rosetta, roll. A long, long time ago, there you were. Pint-sized sensation in tiny cotton plant, Arkansas. Rosa, Rosabelle, Rosetta. Who had a clue you would one day rock the world? Little girl, big guitar. Music in your air, in your hair, in your bones, wiggling your toes, making downright mighty music, music, music. Tiny digits of your hands skipping, strumming, strolling, rolling up and down that big guitar's fingerboard. Rock, Rosetta, rock. Roll, Rosetta, roll. Then up jumped the day Mama had a strong, strong calling to quit your tiny town, be a preacher, take your genius with her, let it shine in a bigger, bigger place, a wider space. You zooped into your traveling shoes for a choo-choo up to Chicago. There, in that big, bustling place on the shore of a great lake, you became a wonder in a 40th Street church. A star. At outdoor revivals, on street corners, wherever Mama preached, you played, moving folks to clap happy, stamp their feet, shout, holler, toss coins too, jump for joy over your mighty music, music, music. You put so much heart and soul, such power into songs of worship, songs of praise. Little girl, big guitar, smile so alive, remembered one lady. Little girl, big guitar. 2, you had a mighty amount of singing in your soul. Yes, you did. Little girl, big voice, belting out the rhythm-bound gospel sound. songs born in the souls of black folk about good news, even in grim times. Songs like, "Up above my head, I hear music in the air. With music in your air, in your hair, in your bones, wiggling your toes, that traveling bag sure stayed packed." All grown, you took gospel music far beyond the walls, the halls of this and that church. You gifted gospel music big time to people all over the place, mixing it up with beats from gospel's cousin boogie woogie, cousin jazz, cousin swing, cousin the big bad blues. Playing and singing the Lord's songs in a nightclub? Lots of church folk frowned, shook their heads at that. But you believed it was right and righteous to play wherever you pleased, and you did it like nobody else. With those flying fingers of yours, they said you made a guitar talk. On Decca-discs all over the states, across the ocean blue, on radio, TV, you played, and sang as the fabulous, flamboyant Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Rock, Rosetta, rock. Roll, Rosetta, roll. That lively smile still dazzling like diamonds, rhinestone earrings shaped like guitars. You were a great entertainer, prone to stopping mid-song, flipping folks a joke, beguiling them with an angelic pose, blowing them away with a kickin' guitar solo. Bold, audacious, in a word, bodacious, whatever the song. Be it your old favorite, "Up above my head I hear music in the air," or "Singin' in my soul" about peace and joy, or "This train" about a choo-choo to a place of glory. And ooh, there was "Rock Me," about a strong, strong longing to be cradled in a whole lot of love. With big bands, solo, as half of a duet, with quartets, you played, and sang. Jammed on the piano, too. Meanwhile, lots of younger cats, some future legends, had been going wow, wow, wild over you, diggin' your licks, coppin' your style. And man, didn't you play all kinds of ways. Up on your toes, down on the floor, behind your back, stepping, striding, stomping, jumping up on stage in high heels at that, hip-hugging your guitar, duck-walking it too. You even rocked fans in the English rain. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, with all your fiery, fierce, feisty picking and plucking, you blazed a trail for a fast-paced, hard-driving, gritty, gutsy sound that made the electric guitar a star. A music called rock and roll. Rock, Rosetta, rock. Roll, Rosetta, roll. The end. When Rosetta started doing her thing, as I said, it was pretty rare to see a girl or a woman strumming away on a guitar. "Can't no man play like me," she declared. "I play better than a man." And Rosetta was not exaggerating. Her picking and plucking on an acoustic or electric guitar was the stuff of legend. She had a major influence on early rock and rollers like Elvis Presley, the duck-walking Chuck Berry, the flashy singer-songwriter, piano player Little Richard, even Johnny Cash. In 2018, more than 40 years after her death, Sister Rosetta Tharpe was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the category of Early Influences of Rock and Roll. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, once a little girl with a big guitar, has continued to influence musicians and singers down to this very day. She loved Jesus, and she loved music too. See you next week, and we'll have another story.